Hello, dear students. Now we are going to learn about article structure. First, you will listen to a librarian talking about different academic publications and complete the first column of the table. Now let's listen. So now complete the first column of the table. So what types of article were mentioned in the given audio material? So first of all, research article or empirical articles were mentioned. So the second type is review articles. The third type is theoretical article, and the fourth type is editorials. Now you will listen again and complete the second column with the keywords and phrases which help to identify each type of the article. So now let's complete the second column. So keywords and phrases for research or empirical articles. So they are experiment, research, study, survey, data, quantitative method, qualitative method, statistics. Keywords and phrases for review articles. Critical evaluation, overviews, bibliography, literature review, title, abstract, article introduction, and keywords and phrases for theoretical articles, concepts, theoretical framework, model, perspectives. For editorials, literary style, opinion, editorial in the title. Now, let's move to the next activity. Read text 1 on page 62 and choose the most appropriate title for it from titles from 1 to 4. Say what type of text it is. So let's first look at the text. Newspaper media are an important source of information regarding mental health and have a significant influence on people's awareness of mental health issues. Depression in young people has seen increasing media attention in recent years, but few studies have examined media representation of mental health, specifically in young people. The current study used a quantitative approach to examine the words used in reports concerning depression in young people in Irish broadsheets published between 2007 and 2011. The aims of the study were to identify recurring themes in Irish newspaper reports on depression in young people and to examine the textual patterns that are repeated in reporting these themes. A sample of 269 texts containing 176,223 words was collected from 3 Irish broadsheet newspapers using the search terms depression or depressed or mental health and youth or young people. A corpus-based approach was used to examine word frequencies, clusters, and keywords. The analysis identified textual patterns, suggesting recurring associations between youth depression and suicide, and to a lesser extent, alcohol use and bullying. Keywords relating to emotional distress and symptoms of depression are less frequent. A focus on the role of the parents are also evident. The analysis suggests that media coverage of depression in young people accurately reflects concerns reported in surveys by young people, but provides less information that might help in recognizing depression in a young person. So now we should choose the most appropriate title for this text. The first title, the importance of newspapers in studying people's mental health. The second one, recurring themes in newspaper reports on depression. The third one, media representation of depression in young people. And the fourth one, newspaper coverage helps recognize symptoms of depression. So the most appropriate title for this article is Media Representation of Depression in Young People. Now let's match headings from 1 to 4 with sections A to D of text 1. Compare your answers in pairs. So there are 4 headings. They are conclusions, objectives, methods, and results. So let's look at the text. The first paragraph, the first part is objectives. So the second paragraph, B paragraph, is method. Paragraph C is result, and paragraph D is conclusions. Now, in the next activity, you will answer the questions about text 1. The first question is, why is the present simple used in sentence 1? Question 2, which phrase in sentence 2 indicates that the present perfect should be used? Question 3, why did the authors use the past simple for sentences 3 and 4? Question 4. Which verb form is used to describe the methods of research and why? Question 5. Which tense would you use for the verbs in brackets in sentences 7, 8, and 9 and why? And question 6. How are the tenses in section D different from that of the previous section and why? So you should answer the following questions according to the given text. Now look at the heading for the sections of a good research article. You should put these headings in order. So they are references, discussion, title, materials and methods, introduction, results, conclusions, and abstract. So what is the first one? The first one is title. The second one is abstract. The third one, introduction. The fourth one, materials and methods. The fifth one, results. The sixth one, discussion. The seventh one, conclusion. And the eighth one is references. So this is the structure of a good research or academic article. Now let's match the sections of a research article, A to H, we mentioned above in activity 12, with their purposes. So I will read the definition and you should put the parts of the article. The first one, it summarizes the research study and results of the study. It's included in article databases and is usually free to a large audience. So what is it? It's an abstract, of course. The second one, it describes both specific techniques and the overall experimental strategy used by researchers. So this part is called materials and methods. The third one, it clearly indicates the content of the article and helps interested readers to find the article quickly in a database. Its title. The fourth one, It explains research findings and often deals with their applications. This is discussion. The fifth one, it summarizes the data collected and calculates totals and trends, statistically significant findings, etc. So these are results. The sixth one, it describes the theoretical background, indicates why the work is important, states a specific research question, and poses a specific hypothesis to be tested. This is introduction part. The seventh one, it states implications and recommends further research. This is conclusion. It lists the sources cited by the authors of the article. This is reference. Now identify which section of a research article statements come from. Write I, introduction, M, materials and methods, R, results, or D, discussion next to them. The first one has been done for you. So we can suggest two reasons why some students persisted in their dislike of the technique. This is from discussion part. The search was limited to a 5-year period from January 2007 to December 2011. This is method and material part. The frequency of use of the word children is also noteworthy, considering that the search was targeted at reports concerning young people. This suggests that children are increasingly being considered in discourse on depletion and young people. This is a discussion part again. So the average word length of the reports was 644.2 words. This is result part. All the articles were read, and any article found not to be primarily about depression, specifically in young people, was excluded, sorry. Method and result part, method and material part. Despite great accessibility to information through the media, many people report difficulties finding relevant information on mental health. Introduction part. Tables 2 and 3 highlight the frequent use of the words depression and suicide in the corpus. Results part. Results suggest less emphasis in these Irish newspapers on the various symptoms, sleep problems, appetite issues, and treatment options available, which might make it difficult for parents to identify whether their child is depressed. This is discussion part. Now your task is to find an article from an English medium journal related to your research area and compare the format and structure of the article. Be ready to report your findings in the next class. This is your home task. Now the lesson is over. See you in the next lesson. Thank you for your attention.